Hi, my name is Crystal Carrillo, and I've been serving as a missionary to Peru for the last 10 or 11 years. I was commended out of Heidelberg Bible Fellowship in 2014. Um, I would like to share with you a little bit about how I ended up in Peru. Since I was a little girl, I've always loved hearing missionary stories. I've loved reading missionary biographies, and just from a very young age, I thought, oh, it'd be so cool if I grew up to be a missionary. When I was 18, I had a chance to go on my first short-term missions trip with Operation Mobilization on one of their ships. When my time on the ship was done, I just knew mission work was what I wanted to do. And so I decided to go to Bible school. I did the 1-year program at Kawartha Lakes Bible College in Peterborough. Then I went back home and started serving in my local assembly, first as a youth leader, also doing small group Bible studies. I got a job at a paint store, and slowly materialism started to seep into my life. During that time, I did go on a few short-term missions trips, and that desire to go away, to go and work overseas never went away. But yeah, I didn't know where, I didn't know how. I was starting to get discouraged. I was feeling discontent. Like I wanted more out of life, and I just was feeling trapped. I had a bit of a feeling in the back of my mind like I should probably go on another short-term missions trip, but at that point I wasn't really sure I wanted to. Because I was praying about it, my dad said, "Crystal, I think you should probably go on another short-term missions trip or something." I'm like, yeah, okay, Dad. And then one day at church, this lady, Joanne, she came up to me and said, "Crystal, I've been praying for you, and you have to go on another short-term missions trip." I was like, okay, I'll go. But I didn't know where. And then there was a lady visiting from India the following week, and Joanne knew her, and she's like, "Oh, this is a sign from God. You have to go to India." I was like, India? I just had no desire whatsoever to go to India. And so I just gave God a whole bunch of conditions, like, you have to do this and this and this and this and this, and yeah, then I'll go to India. And guess what? He completed every single one of them. And so I bought my ticket, and I was off to India for 4 weeks. As soon as I landed, the Lord started talking to me in a way that He has never talked to me before. He started showing me all the things that I need to change in my life. He showed me that I had become too dependent on myself, on money, on my things. He started asking me to get rid of my stuff. I remember writing in a journal, "In my Jeep." Oh, in my Jeep. Okay. So I went home, a different person. And the first thing I did was put my Jeep up for sale. I started getting rid of all the extra stuff in my life. Got out of debt. I did a teaching English as a second language course, just hoping to be able to use that as I served in India. I started taking Tamil. So just doing everything I could, just thinking I was going back to India. When I was ready, I wrote to them and just really felt like they didn't want me there. So I was really discouraged. I took a weekend, and I went away and I just prayed to God about it, and I was praying and fasted, and the Lord just said, "Crystal, serve me. Where you go, that's not really important. I just want you to serve me wherever you are." So I thought, okay, cool. I went back home and started knocking on doors. Where can I serve? What can I do? And just like everywhere I looked, it's like doors were closing and nobody really seemed to want me. I was like, what is going on? And my mom, she's like, "Well, why don't you talk to Tom Clark in Peru and ask about the school there?" So I wrote Tom, and like 2 hours later, he's like, "Crystal, when can you come? Can you come sooner? Like, how fast can you be here?" I'm like, okay. So I got there as fast as I could. I was living in Peru a month later. And I've been here ever since. So every missionary has a different story. But I think one thing that every story has in common is the Lord takes us to a place of complete surrender, of complete submission to His will. And so if you're looking to serve the Lord, whether it's overseas or at home, seek His will above all. Ask Him what He wants you to do, and be willing to give up. whatever He asks you to give up. Thanks.